Let me check. Screen share. Okay. Respected the chairman of IEI Tamil Nadu State Center, Professor Dr. Ilango, the Honorary Secretary of IEI, Dr. J. Balamurugan, the committee members, the council members, and all the participants. I welcome you all for this wonderful session today. Apart from the engineering, apart from the technical, the guest lecturer today we have Engineer N.S. Anuradha to deliver a guest lecture on the engineering the mind, rewiring thoughts, empowering lives. So I want to discuss a small introduction about Engineer Anuradha. So indeed, it's my pleasure and honor to be here to introduce about the guest today. N.S. Anuradha is having 36 years of experience. He served as an engineer in TNEB and worked in various areas in TNEB: maintenance, operation and efficiency, material management, that is purchase, construction of thermal station, gas turbine, hydro, and new thermal stations. She worked as a superintending engineer in the mechanical thermal stations and executive engineer in the renovation and modernization of the power stations. And she worked as environment cell also. So that is environment cells of reducing the SOx, NOx, and other hydrocarbons in the thermal station, coordinating with the pollution control board of state as well as central. And assistant executive engineer for a very important projects like Metu Thermal Power Station 1 into 600 megawatt, and the most important thing, the Kunda pumped storage hydropower plant. So that is very important. So she worked as a project particularly, and all the thermal station in Tamil Nadu, she is a backbone. She is one of the key person in bringing this project. So she worked as a AE in Thoothukudi Thermal Power Station, Basin Bridge Gas Turbine, North Chennai Thermal Power Station, ETPS. So which means that all the thermal power stations she worked, ETPS, NCTPS, MTPS, TTPS and all. And academic side. So Madam has acquired her ME in Engineering Design, MBA in HR, and MSc in Yoga. I welcome you all the participants, and I welcome you, ma'am, for. So, well, on behalf of chairman. So I request Narajan sir to give a welcome address on behalf of chairman. Sir?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Good evening to all. It is my great pleasure to welcome all our committee members for this excellent program. First of all, already Balaguru sir told about Madam. She is having a very vast experience. I am delighted to know that apart from engineering experience, she is having experience in yoga and this spiritual side also. So we are confident that today we will have a very good lecture from Madam. On behalf of IEI, we extend a warm welcome to respected Madam Engineer Anuradha, former Superintending Engineer, TNEB, and all our committee members for this program. Already Secretary also discussing and told me that we are going to organize a lot of excellent programs henceforth for our engineering fraternity. With this, once again, I welcome respected Madam and all for this guest lecture. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay. So, over, Madam, over to you, ma'am.
Good evening to all the participants today who are all very interested or keen to know, to interact for this beautiful topic. It's a real privilege for me to address this esteemed audience. So actually, when the secretary was approaching me for this beautiful topic, telling that we are always having some technical agendas and technical discussions. Why don't we have a change in that type of topic? And also it should be of related to engineering. Then we both, we just had a discussion. And of course, thanks to Balamurugan, who has framed this beautiful topic, engineering the mind, rewiring thoughts, empowering lives. So what a beautiful topic. So it's very, just to tell itself, it's really empowering. Okay. So we are just going to have an interaction session. Most of the interaction session, it's definitely not going to be a very technical session and all. That is why on the PPT and all, it will not be very colorful. It will not be with some figures and something like that. It is just points, and we are not going to have more of technical discussions about anything. Okay, let us be very relaxed, and we'll just see how we can interact on this, or how we can explore many things in just enhancing our mind and thoughts, so that we can be useful to the society and lead a better life, not a bitter life. So, general engineering, the moment we say engineering, immediate what will come into our mind is immediately we will think of so many skyscrapers, bridges. Oh, what a construction. Oh, what is this machine? What is the circuit? What are all the software here? What are the satellites that are when it has been scheduled to go reach that, this and all, no? And recently, of course, AI as it's playing a major role in our life. Okay. So in this session, what is that we are going to do is, we are just going to relate that familiar engineering concepts, like whatever is familiar to us is system, feedback loops, debugging, optimization, maintenance, resilience, and so on and on. All these things, we are just going to relate to the important thing, that is human mind. Here, it is definitely, it is not to just oversimplify the neuroscience. It's nothing to do with neuroscience. Please, audience, please feel, we should take it in a lighter sense. We are not going to do any research or any exploration on neuroscience and all. We are just going to take this as a metaphor, that is engineering, as a helpful metaphor. We will just keep it in that. So today I invite you all to think about the most sophisticated engineering marvel ever created. Definitely, it is not a latest supercomputer. It is not the spacecraft, or it is not even artificial intelligence. It is the human mind. So the most sophisticated engineering marvel ever created is human mind. So every engineering project starts with a design, of course. Every successful machine needs maintenance. Every software system requires debugging. In the same way, if our physical body is considered as hardware, naturally the mind will be the software. Like any other software, nammaloda mind kuda, it requires proper understanding and upgrading always. And of course, the important thing is debugging. சில பேருக்கு occasionally, சில பேருக்கு regular. So, நம்மளோட topic is engineering the mind, rewiring thoughts, empowering lives. It is definitely not about changing who we are. It is about changing how we think. That's all. So, because the main reason is that the quality of our life is determined less by what is happening to us. It is more by how we interpret what is happening. That is very, very important. So, just I'm reminded of a small story, and let us begin with a Kuti story. There was a town in which temple construction work was going on. A philosopher was casually, he was walking through that construction area, and he saw the laborers running here and there with their works. So he just went and asked casually the one labor, what was he doing? And that man, he said sarcastically, what? Can't you see what I'm doing? I'm just carrying the stones on my head and just going to throw this from here to there. Then he went and asked the other man, what is he doing? So he told, I'm working as labor here, and whatever my boss says, I'm going to obey. Another man, he told, I'm just doing my job here for the betterment of my family, because I'm the breadwinner of my family. And another man, he replied that I'm very lucky to be involved in this temple construction, and I'm very happy to be associated with this work. It's the rarest opportunity given to me. See here, all we're doing the same work, but the main difference is the thought process. Thought process is totally different for each and every one. That is why I'm telling, the quality of our life is not determined by what is happening to us, but it is how we interpret what happens. So இந்த டாக்ல வந்து ஜென்ரலா நான் வந்து ஒரு 9 குட்டி குட்டி டாபிக்கா நான் பிரிச்சிருக்கேன். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வந்து the mind is like an engineering system. Then thoughts are programs. நெக்ஸ்ட் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா நியூரோபிளாஸ்டிசிட்டி. பிகாஸ் பிரெயின் வந்து அப்படியே அது வந்து ஒரு எலாஸ்டிக் மாதிரி, அது வந்து டங்குன்னு போய் முதல்ல என்ன இருந்ததோ அதுக்குள்ளேயே தான் போகும் அப்படின்னு நம்ம நிறைய பேர் நினைச்சிட்டு இருக்கோம். அப்படி கிடையாது. The brain can change at any age, at any point of time. Only thing is the willpower. And then debugging the mind. Then the power of questions. The question கேட்கிற விதத்தையே நம்ம மாத்தின்றோம்னா உள்ள, that itself gives lot of empowering of our life. Then emotional engineering. And then habits. Small changes, big results. Engineers and humanity, that is very, very important. And then 5 engineering principle, we will conclude with that. Ipo, first thing is the mind is like an engineering system. Generally, நம்ம போய் ஒரு engineer அப்படின்னா machine is not working அப்படியா, உடனே என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? முதல்ல பவர் அவைலபிளா இருக்கா பாருங்க, சப்ளை கரெக்டா இருக்கா, the sensors are working, whether the software is correct, whether the input is faulty, whether there is feedback is coming to that circuit, calibration பண்ண வேண்டி இருக்குமா. See, once if we say the machine is, if there is anything goes wrong in the machine, immediately we never blame the machine, the whole machine. Instead, what we do is we start investigating what has happened. But in life, if something goes wrong, the immediate நம்மளோட mental language எப்படி இருக்குன்னாக்கா, oh God, I failed. I have become very useless. nothing will improve. I know this is going to happen like this only. We start just grumbling and blaming. So instead of troubleshooting, we start blaming either ourselves or others. யார் அதுக்கு ரீசனா இருப்பாங்க, எப்படி blame பண்ணலாம், something like this, on and on and on. The mind deserves the engineering approach. So there is a small story again. One friend, he was going and complaining to the other friend that my house is freezing. Then his friend told, increase the thermostat. And he replied, oh God, I've been shouting at the heater for 2 hours. See here, heater is not the problem. The setting, only the setting is problem. But he was shouting at the heater. So sometimes life is not asking us to shout harder. It is asking us to adjust our internal settings. அதுக்கு கூட ஒரு குட்டியா ஒரு பியூட்டிஃபுல் குட்டி ஸ்டோரி இருக்கு. திடீர்னு ஒரு ஓல்ட் லேடி ஒரு ஊர்ல ஒரு மிட் நைட்ல ஷி ஸ்டார்டட் ஸ்க்ரீமிங் லைக் ஃபயர் ஃபயர், ப்ளீஸ் சேவ் மீ, காப்பாத்துங்க, ஃபயர் ஃபயர். And all came out of the houses and they were running towards her house. That and they, to their amazement, they saw no sign of fire at all there. Then they were confused and they knocked the door. She opened the door, and when they asked where the fire was, she replied, the fire that she mentioned was internal, not external. And all cursing her, and they returned to their houses, scolding her like anything. But that is not the story. The story ends like this. Only one young man, he stood there sometime and thought about the meaning and could understand the real meaning of her shouting, and went back to his home with transformation. Because the internal fire is more dangerous, actually. So we always see that there is some external fire and we are very much bothered about that. But every day we are developing a kind of internal fire because of our wrong wiring. So today's topic is to rewire and feel how we can feel comfortable with our own selves. So that's second major topic is that thoughts are programs. Of course, a computer will execute whatever code is installed. It will never ask, என்ன இந்த கோடு வந்து ஆப்டிமிஸ்டிக்கா பெசிமிஸ்டிக்கா அப்படின்லாம் கேட்டுட்டு it won't execute. No, it will simply run. அவ்வளவுதான். Now, our mind is also running programs, several programs. Every day it's running. So a few examples in பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா, if there is a program, I always fail, then what will happen? Output will be fear. Phobia. In fact, exam phobia, this phobia, that phobia, fear. If we change the mental programming slightly, that is, the program is I can learn. See, now the output will be action. Because now program is that I can learn. So what are all the things I have to do for learning? That's all. So the output will be action. So ஒரு grandfather, he was telling to his grandson, do you know, child, there are 2 wolves inside each of us, and they always fight with each other. One is fear, one is courage, one is anger, one is kindness. Then out of curiosity, the boy was asking, Tata, which wolf wins then? The grandfather smilingly, he told, the one you feed will win. Because every thought is food to our mind. So the third one is neuroplasticity. As I told, the brain can change. Years ago and all, it was believed that once the brain is formulated, and in the childhood, whatever is stored in the brain, that's all. It will stop changing. No. Today, the several researches have been made, and we came to know that the brain continues to reorganize itself. That too throughout the life. And this ability is now termed as neuroplasticity. So every time we repeat a thought, every time we practice a skill, connections become stronger and stronger and stronger. Just think of walking across a grassy field. First day, there won't be any path. You're walking, every day you're walking. After 100 days, there'll be a clear trail. So our brain will be working similarly. So repeated thoughts become mental highways. If a wrong road is built, remember that we can build a new one also. Okay. And then there is a simple example, if you call it as, suppose if, இது எல்லாருமே நம்ம எல்லாரும் practice பண்றதுதான். Just learning to drive. Initially, when we are learning to drive, no, அப்படியே பயந்து clutch, brake, mirror, gear, everything requires conscious efforts. After experienced drivers, how they will reach home, and they will even wonder, how did I come? How did I cross the signal? When I didn't even notice the signal. Habit has taken over. So the brain loves automation. So the question is, what has it automated? Whether it has automated the confidence or the worry. There, our life itself will change. And then the fourth one is the debugging the mind. Engineers, of course, debug code. That means, can we debug thinking? Absolutely. See, just we will imagine a thought. I made one mistake. Oh God, then the mind will convert it as a formula. Okay, then you are a failure. Oh my goodness, I'm a failure. General formula is that mistake, if any mistake is done, then we will relate it as a failure. Mistake is equal to failure. Now we have to learn to rewire it. Mistake is learning. Just, okay, it is an opportunity for me to learn. This is a tiny change, but you can see huge differences. See, someone asked Thomas Alva Edison. You all know that Thomas Alva Edison, he took 100, he failed some 1,000 times before bulb has been invented. When someone asked him, you failed 1,000 times, he replied politely, yes, I discovered 1,000 ways that did not work. Now I know in these 1,000 methods will not give bulb. That mindset changed history. And as I told, the power of questions. See, the brain will always answer the questions what we are asking. So some happening is there. Okay. If I ask, why am I unlucky? Why it happens to me? Only it happens to me. Okay, why? Like that, the whining will go on. Then what will happen? The brain will start searching for the evidences, and it will try to convince us by finding the reasons why we are unlucky. Suppose if we change the question, okay, what can I learn from this happening? Then the same brain will search differently. It will try to find out what are all the methodologies we can adapt for learning. From this learning, what we can do. Like that, it will go into the action. So questions come from our mind or like search engines. Garbage query, garbage results. Better query, better answers. So small questions, if we are trying to change it, it will totally, our life will become different. Small question, big change. The main topic is emotional engineering. Why I am mentioning this as important is, previously we were talking about IQ. Intelligence question, how to measure that, how to go on that, whether IQ is okay, wow, like that we were doing. And then slowly there was a concept came, is emotional intelligence. So emotions are not enemies. Imagine we are driving a car. Now the dashboard is warning, dashboard warning, light is appearing there, warning light. Then immediately what we do, are we just going and smashing the light? No. We understand there is some problem, okay? And we start inspecting the engine or the car, what has happened, why. See, my check engine light is irritating me. Are we telling like that? Instead, what we are doing is we are trying to find what is the problem, and we are not blaming the indicator. We just try to suppose if it is out of fuel, out of fuel, we fill the tank, etc., etc. So stress is a signal. Fear is a signal. All these emotions, anger is a signal. Signals are giving us informations. They are not becoming our identity. We should never allow that to become our identity. We should know that, okay, I'm angry now for this reason. So emotional regulation means we should learn to respond instead of react. The moment some emotions are coming means what we'll do is we will try to react automatically, and we should always take that the emotion is just a messenger. So this analogy usually resonates well with the engineers because they naturally think in terms of diagnostic, fault detection, root cause analysis, etc., etc. So see, there will be a small story all would have heard. The cup of water. That is the professor. He will be calling one of the student, and he will ask him to hold the glass of water. And he will simply ask, how heavy is this? Then the student will say, it will be around this many grams, sir. Okay, sir. Is it right, sir? Like that, they were casually conversing. Then he smiled and he told, okay, you hold it for some more time. He held that. And after that, no, slowly he was feeling little bit heavy. And then again, no, he asked him to hold for some more time. Then he smiled and told, it is not the water that you carry. It depends upon how long you hold it. 1 minute, no problem. If it is for 1 hour means automatically your hand will pain. If it is 1 day means even the small glass of water holding will become impossible. Stress is similar. Many times we don't at all need greater strength to undergo the stress. We need to put the glass, we should know to put the glass down for a while at least. And of course, habits. Small changes will give big results. Definitely. We as engineers, we all know that we are always bothered about preventive maintenance. And even we know that even a tiny crack will eventually lead to a major failure. Even at home and all, we'll tell, no, ipadan the switch illa maathidunga, because we are engineers, no, will be very much bothered about mixie sarilla illa ippove ready, iduve vande it will lead to big failure. Like that and all we will talk, because we are engineers, no, we have to prove to our family. So in the same way, habits also work in nicely. See, tiny daily improvements. Please, we have to make tiny improvements. That matters a lot. We have to have some habits of reading 10 pages. இப்பெல்லாம் reading 10 pages இல்ல, அதுக்கு பதிலா மொபைல்ல ஒரு 4 reel பாரு, 10 reel பாரு. If you read 10 pages, your life definitely will change. Walk 20 minutes. Sleep well. Of course, these are all the things you would have heard many times. And the main thing is express gratitude. இது எல்லாருமே not only spiritual thing, lifeல normally you should learn or express gratitude. Because as I always used to quote this, even in our rituals and all, no, Lalita Sahasranamam, Vishnu Sahasranamam. Is God asking us to 1000 நாமாவளியில ப்ரே பண்ணனா அவர் சொன்னாரு? இல்ல. ஐயோ, நீ இவ்வளவு இப்படி இருக்கியே, நீ அப்படி இருக்கியே, இவ்வளவு அழகா இருக்கியே, இவ்வளவு பண்றியே எனக்கு. The moment we start expressing the gratitude, then in everything we'll say, wow, it's wonderful. Nature is wonderful. How nicely the child is crying. Even the cry, no, we'll start enjoying. Even our guru and all, they will jokingly, they will tell, even your husband bugs, your wife bugs, no, how nicely she's bugging me. No, it's very nice. So like that, we have to have tiny, tiny daily improvements. We should first learn to speak kindly. That itself is a small change which gives big results. And so it repeated over time, it will create large changes. So it also works in our character. That is very, very important. Like a bamboo. The bamboo seed will appear not to grow for years. But what happens? Beneath the ground, actually, the root is spreading. Then suddenly it shoots upward rapidly. Many personal improvements will happen this way only. It will be invisible first. Don't worry about that. It will be visible later. And the main topic, as far as my interest is concerned, engineers and humanity. The world today doesn't only need intelligent engineers. Intelligence is not at all, because that is why we have gone for artificial intelligence itself. No, we started creating artificial intelligence. Then what is the concept of intelligence then? It needs emotionally intelligent engineers, because the future belongs to people who can solve the problem, collaborate, communicate, adapt, continue learning, because the technology is changing every year, but the human values remain timeless. We are not in the technology இன்னைக்கு இருக்கு நாளைக்கு இல்ல, ஆனா human values எப்பயுமே அப்படியே தான் இருக்கும். So we should learn, the engineers should have humanity. And the last one is 5 engineering principles for empowering life. Principle 1, just inspect before concluding. That means, please don't assume in your life anything. You investigate, and then you come to a conclusion. That is very, very, very important for empowering life. Principle 2, debug your thoughts, because not every thought is a fact, first of all. So you should learn, and you should be ready to debug your thoughts. And don't, ஐயோ நான் இப்படி நினைக்கிறேன், இப்படி நினைக்கிறத வந்து வெளியில தெரிஞ்சிடக்கூடாது, அப்படி இல்லை. You should have the courage to identify your thoughts which are really bugs there. And you should have the courage to debug your thoughts. And principle 3, upgrade continuously, because version 1 is never the final version, isn't it? So that is why the upgradations are keep on coming. We should also know to upgrade ourselves continuously. Okay, நேத்து அப்படி இருந்தேன், அதனால என்ன, இன்னைக்கு நான் என்ன மாத்திக்கிறேன். நான் எப்பயுமே கோவக்காரன் எல்லாரும் சொல்றாங்க, அப்படியா? ஓகே, I'll change myself. நான் எப்பயுமே எக்ஸாம் பார்த்தா பயப்படுவேன். இல்ல I'll see in what way I can improve myself. So please upgrade continuously. That is very, very important, because engineers machines பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அப்கிரேட் பண்ணிட்டே தான் இருக்காங்க. ஒரு கார் எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா இந்த தடவை இருக்கிற கார் அடுத்த வருஷம் இல்லைங்கிறான். ஒரு மொபைல் எடுத்தீங்கன்னா it's upgradation. Then we have to upgrade mentally. Mind should get upgraded. And principle 4 is that maintain the system. That is both our physical and mental body. So mental all right, ana physical illa. You have to maintain the system, both physical and mental body. And have the good sleep, exercise, have a beautiful relationship, maintain relationship. Kutram parking, sutram illai. And you have regular learning practice. And these are all the preventive maintenance. Health பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இப்ப என்ன சொல்றாங்க, preventive health எல்லாம் வந்து நீங்க better than cure இல்லையா? Prevention is better than cure. So இப்ப இப்படி பண்ணிக்கங்க, அப்படி பண்ணிக்கங்க, lifestyle changes கொண்டு வாங்க. All these things are very, very important in our life. And principle 5 is, you engineer not only machines, you engineer hope, you engineer compassion, engineer resilience. Finally, engineer yourself, because the greatest bridge we ever built is between our present self and our better self. Present self liye irkanum illa. make it as a better self. A sculpture was asked, ஒரு ஜஸ்ட் ஒரு சிற்பி கிட்ட போய் நீ எப்படி ஒரு எலிஃபெண்ட்டை பண்ணின அப்படின்னு கேட்டா வாட் ஹி வில் சே இஸ், see நம்ம ஒரு ராக்கு பார்ப்போம், ஆனா the sculpture how he will see is இந்த ராக்ல எந்தெந்த பீசஸ் எடுத்துட்டா the elephant will come னு பார்ப்பாங்க. So how did he create such a beautiful elephant from a huge rock? Once one person was asking him, he smiled and replied, I simply removed everything that was not an elephant, because in his eyes he saw from the rock only that elephant. So okay, I can remove this piece, that piece and that piece. He was creating an elephant. Perhaps life is similar. We don't always need to add more. Sometimes we simply remove. We should learn to remove fear, doubt, resentment, limiting beliefs. So then what remains will be the best version of ourselves. So let us conclude in this way, just that every engineer knows that greatest structures are built one brick at a time. எடுத்த உடனே அந்த great structure அப்படியே வந்துடாது இல்ல. It will be built one brick at a time. The same way, great minds are built with one thought, one habit, one choice at a time. So you stay curious, keep learning, and remember, greatest engineering project you will ever undertake is the engineering of your own mind by rewiring your thoughts, which ultimately leads to the empowerment of life. No doubt about that. And thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So it's a good thought process that you have thrown here. So நீங்க இதை இன்னும் சிம்பிளிஃபைடு வெர்ஷன்ஸ் தமிழ்ல சொல்லணும்னு எல்லாருமே எதிர்பார்த்திருப்பாங்க. தமிழ்ல இன்னும் சுவைப்பட நயப்பட பேசுறீங்க, அது இன்னும் சிறப்பா இருக்கும். So I just request all the audience who are there to get into your question and answers, because it's a simple thought process. ஒரு இன்ஜினியரிங்க இந்த லெவலுக்கு ஒரு பேஷனேட்டா எடுத்துக்கிறது. ஸோ ஐ வுட் புட் இட் இன் த அதர் வே அரவுண்ட். எல்லாத்தையும் நம்ம ப்ரிடிக்டிவ் அனாலிசிஸ் எல்லாத்துக்குமே கோவப்படுறோம், அதை கிராட்டிடியூடோட சொல்லுவோமா அப்படின்னு கேட்டால் தெரியல அப்படின்ற லெவலில் மேடம் சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தாங்க. ஸோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் திங் கிராட்டிடியூட், நான் அதை தேங்க்ஸ் பண்ணிக்கிறேன் இப்போதைக்கு. ஆனால் அதுக்கு முன்னாடி கொஸ்டின்ஸ் ஃப்ரம் த ஆடியன்ஸ். You can open up your mic and you can directly put up the questions.
Sir, Natarajan.
Yes.
Natarajan, sir.
Sir, it is a excellent lecture. Madam சொன்ன அந்த குட்டி குட்டி கதைகள் highly impressive இருந்தது. So நம்ம அதுலயும் we can take many learnings from this from Madam's talk. Our thanks to Madam for the excellent lecture. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Madam, I'm Dr. Bhaskaran, Joint Director, Industries Department.
Please, sir, please.
Industries and Commerce, Madam. Next year, PWD, we were there. Now we have moved to Gindi. Madam, excellent lecture. Just one question, Madam. Now AI is overtaking all. So what is your opinion about engineers, Madam? For example, if I want to do robo, I no need to go to library or any book I have to purchase, or I no need to do be robotics also. All I can learn from AI. So future, I think no school, no college, no everything will be there. That is my prediction. What is your opinion about that, Madam? Even
yes, sir. It's wonderful question. Yeah.
All data it is giving, drawing, how much bill of material, cost, everything is giving. So I wonder whether any doctor, even for doctor, robotics is there, it is doing surgery. So all professional, there will be a question. Even for lawyer also, it is giving all verdict, whatever judges said, everything is there in AI. What is your opinion, Madam? We are feared to that now itself in IIT Madras, civil engineering is dominating, they said. Civil engineer, though, so your PWD persons will get more job over like that. What's your opinion on that, Madam? AI? Yes.
Okay, sir. Wonderful question. And thank you for set the ball rule. Okay, first of all, thank you for that.
Thank you, madam.
In my opinion or in my personal life, I will share one thing. Actually, recently only I did my MSc Yoga out of interest. I joined and in Annamalai University. Just now I completed my 4th semester also. And we were doing the project work. Okay. There are 180 students. And all were telling, of course, I always take everything seriously. Like I'll never compromise for marks or quality. That is my nature. I was very much worried. In the class also, I was telling, no, what topic to be taken, no, that, this, and all. And everyone was seeing me because the class was a heterogeneous structure, strength. Starting from 25 plus, 60 years old. We were the students. So you will be knowing the different type of, many were doctors by profession, naturopathy doctors, Ayurvedic doctors, etc. And even allopathy doctors were interested in coming, and yoga teachers were there. And some of them, I was the only engineer there, okay. And all were from different sectors. As some have come out of passion. Some have come for நிறைய பேர் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அவங்களுக்கு for professional இம்ப்ரூவ்மெண்ட்டுக்காக they came. இப்போ ப்ராஜெக்டோட டைட்டிலுக்கு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எல்லாமே they were all telling, if we go to this, no, ChatGPT, we'll put that, no, it will give topics like this, no, will. And I was really wondering. And after that, what happened? எல்லாமே ஏதோ டாபிக்கை இது பண்ணியாச்சு. எனக்கு வந்து it was flashing in my mind. I didn't go to ChatGPT and search for topics and all. I was just என்ன பண்ணா நல்லா இருக்கும், பிகாஸ் பேஷனுக்கு நான் பண்றேன். அப்போ வந்து எப்படி பண்ணணும் இல்லையா? ஸோ ஐ தாட் லெட் மீ டூ சம்திங். அப்போ எதில் நிறைய ரிசர்ச் இல்லைங்கிறத மட்டும் I saw using that AI. That's why I'm telling. So using that AI, I really wanted to know in which topics there are limitations. Now I used it in that way. அப்போ நிறைய limitations பார்த்தீங்கன்னா spiritual intelligence. I told you, no, IQ, then EQ. அப்புறம் கொஞ்சமா spiritual intelligence இப்போ வந்து it's playing a major role. And so I wanted to do in spiritual intelligence because there is a limited research there. Even my guide was telling, இதுல நிறைய இருக்காதேம்மா, she told. I told her, that is why I'm selecting this. That is why the difference. Okay. அதுக்கப்புறம் அதை பண்ண ஆரம்பிக்கும் போது கூட எல்லாருமே என்ன சொன்னாங்கன்னா, மேடம் நீங்க ChatGPT-ல போடுங்க உங்க டாபிக்க. அப்படியே போட்டோம். தென் நான் வந்து ஒரு 29 கொஸ்டினர் இருக்கிற ஒரு இதை எடுத்துக்கிட்டேன். ஒரு அப்ரூவ்ட் கொஸ்டினர் எடுத்தாச்சு. ஓகே, பிகாஸ் மை டாபிக் வாஸ் spiritual intelligence-க்கு என்னுடைய யோகிக் practices like Om chanting and Nada Anusandhana Pranayama. I've taken that. So how it works, and my subject was middle-aged women. Okay, and because their challenges is more, அதுக்காக நான் மென்னுக்கு சேலஞ்ச் இல்லைன்னு சொல்ல வரல. That is not my topic now. But anyway, I saw that because just now I'm crossing that middle age also. I'm going to senior citizen போயிட்டேன் நான். அப்போ மிடில் கிளாஸ்ல மிடில் ஏஜ்டு விமனுக்கு இருக்கிறத நம்ம எடுத்துக்கலாம். அப்போ அவங்களுக்கு வந்து அந்த ஸ்பிரிச்சுவல் இன்டெலிஜென்ஸ் எப்படி யூஸ் ஆகுதுன்றத பார்ப்போம். When of course the ChatGPT was giving everything, but it is up to me to decide which is relevant, which is not relevant, because it was pouring. So artificial intelligence, it gives a lot of information, sir. Even என்ன பண்ணிச்சுன்னா 29 கொஸ்டின்ல நான் ஜஸ்ட் ஒரு எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட்டுக்காக அதை போட்டு நானே தான் ஸ்டாட்டிஸ்டிக்ஸ் கத்துக்கிட்டு தான் பண்ணினேன். பட் ஸ்டாட்டிஸ்டிக்கல் அனாலிசிஸ் சும்மா நான் போட்டு பார்த்தா 28 கொஸ்டினுக்கு ஸ்கோர் கொடுத்துட்டு 29வது விட்டுருச்சு அது. தென் நான் போடுறேன் ChatGPT கிட்ட நான் போடுறேன், யூ ஹவ் நாட் டேக்கன் 29 கொஸ்டின்ஸ் நோன் போடுறேன், ஐ எம் சாரின்னு போடுது சார். You won't believe, I was really astonished to see that. அப்போ I should know இல்லையா, அது ரைட்டா பண்ணிச்சா தப்பா பண்ணிச்சாங்கிறது I should know இல்ல. அப்ப நான் இன்னும் எவ்வளவு இன்டெலிஜென்ட் ஆகணும். இப்ப நான் சொன்ன அந்த ரீவைரிங் தான், ஆர்டிபிஷியல் இன்டெலிஜென்ஸ் இஸ் தேர், பட் அதை வேலை வாங்குறதுக்கு எனக்கு தெரிய வேண்டாமா? அப்ப நான் இன்னும் எவ்வளவு I should learn and learn. அந்த பேஷன் இன்னும் எவ்வளவு போகணும் எனக்கு. Of course, முன்னாடிலாம் நம்ம போய் லைப்ரரியில உட்கார்ந்து தான் we used to take notes. Even when I was doing MBA, I used to utilize all infrastructures from அப்ப மொபைல் கிடையாது. So I used to go and sit in Kanimara library. ஒரு அசைன்மெண்ட்டுக்கு எல்லாரும் கேட்பாங்க, ஏன் மேடம் இவ்வளோ ஸ்ட்ரெயின் பண்றீங்கன்னா, it's out of passion. I was doing MBA also. So I used to go to Kanimara library. I used to go to Devanaya Pavanar library and British Council, etc., etc. But இப்போ எல்லாமே வந்துடுது சாட் ஜிபிடில. அதுக்காக அது ரைட்டா தப்பான்னு பாக்குறதுக்கான நாலேஜ் நமக்கு இருக்க வேண்டாமா? தட் இஸ் வாட் சி 28 ஸ்கோர் கொடுத்துருக்கு. நான் அப்படியே எடுத்து எனக்கு மீன் மட்டும்தான் வேணும். நம்மளுக்கு மீன் எடுத்துருக்கலாம்ல. என்னோட அந்த இந்த புத்தினால நான் போய் எனக்கு வந்து இண்டிவிஜுவல் ஸ்கோர் கொடு அப்படின்னு கேட்கிறேன். நான் மீன் மட்டும் கொடுக்குது, ஸ்கோர் கொடுக்குது சார், 28க்கு கொடுக்குது. அப்ப நான் போடுறேன், நான் வந்து 29 கொஸ்டின்ஸ்க்கு தானே போட சொன்னேன் ஸ்கோர்னா. ஐ எம் சாரி, ஐ மேட் அ மிஸ்டேக், தேங்க்யூ, யூ செட் திஸ். It is giving that. I was really wondering. So ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு வந்து இந்த ஆர்டிஃபிஷியல் இன்டெலிஜென்ஸ் ஒரு அளவுக்கு எடுத்துக்கலாமே தவிர அது ரைட். அப்ப அது இன்னொரு சேலஞ்ச் ஆயிடுதுல. சி மைண்ட் வந்து இன்னும் இது போக 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 சேலஞ்சிங் ஆனா தானே சார் லைஃப் வந்து இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கா இருக்கும். அதுதான் கொடுக்குதே, அதுல இருந்தே எழுதுவோம் அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கும் என்ன நீ அது யூ won't believe after that அந்த 29க்கு it gave for 29. அதுக்கப்புறம் ஒரு அனாலிசிஸ் கொடுக்குது. எனக்கு அந்த அனாலிசிஸ் வாஸ் நாட், என்னோட இதுபடி அந்த அனாலிசிஸ் இஸ் நாட் தட் ரைட் போல இருக்குன்னு நான் திருப்பி போடுறேன். Do you think this analysis is right? Then it says actually it is not right. Even I feel this could have been modified. You won't believe that it was my personal experience recently happened. Then I thought, okay, the spiritual intelligence, where it gives means, it always, see, the spiritual intelligence, it always shows us, okay, to be more smart. So artificial intelligence உடைய ரோல் வந்து நம்ம எடுத்துக்கணும்னா நம்ம இன்னும் ஸ்மார்ட் ஆகணுங்கிறது என்னோட ஒப்பீனியன். இட்ஸ் மை ஹம்பிள் ஒப்பீனியன். இட் இஸ் இது வந்து எதையுமே இது பண்றதுக்காகலாம் இல்லை. இந்த இன்ட்ராக்ஷனே வந்து டு மேக் இட் கொஞ்சம் லைவ்லியா பண்றதுக்கு தான். இட் இஸ் மை ஹம்பிள் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ். நத்திங் டு பிளேம் ஆன் another இது. ப்ளீஸ். Okay.
Correct, madam. Correct. Thank you, madam. Yeah.
Thank you.
What you said correct only, but even regression I tried, madam. It is giving some. Actually, it is one only. There is no regression equation for my. We are giving subsidy for industries. So subsidy employment, number of units and all I put for MSME. It is giving equation that is wrong. If I put it in Excel sheet SPSS, it is saying all are linear, all are one only. But this is giving some equation. I wondered that even Claude I put, it is telling the correct one. But ChatGPT is problem only, madam. What you said is correct.
That's what now what they will do. Whatever is the error happening there, they will try to go for other version or something like that. So the improvement is going on and on and on. Even in AI, it will go. That is why versions are coming. ஒரு தடவை போட்டுறாங்கன்னா should be we can rely on that. இல்ல அப்படிங்கிறதே it shows human brain is needed, human mind is needed, human thought is needed. So our education, it can only refine us, or it can make us feel more smart or challenging.
Yes, madam. Thank you, madam. Very nice.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, just ask by any other
questions? So we can have one or two questions. Immediate past chairman, past secretary is there, Gokul sir. So your questions, and our Jayanti madam is also there. So ma'am, if thank you so much for your presence, ma'am. If you are free,
yes,
you can.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a very good session, ma'am. Definitely, like we think engineering something is made with human, but we also has a lot of emotions, and we should not think about self that we know everything. So it is like a mind refreshing session which brought by Institute of Engineers Tamil Nadu State Center. Definitely such a sessions is required, because always thinking about more technicalities, thinking about manufacturing a rocket or a bigger ship, but we really know what really engineering ethics should be there. So and this session has given up, and we really thank the organizers for bringing wonderful speaker. and definitely madam should continue. Maybe like once in 3 months or 4 months, such a sessions could be brought out. Definitely, madam. Thank you so much for spending your time. So each and every slide we have enjoyed it. So the way you prepared and you brought it, it itself shows that the importance of your field which you brought it to our community. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you, Gokul sir.
Thank you.
No, Bala.
Ma'am.
Good evening. Good evening. Good
Jayashree ma'am,
evening.
வாங்க என்ன எப்படி
Anu,
இருக்கீங்க?
excellent, excellent presentation.
Oh, so
ரொம்ப நல்லா
sweet of
இருந்தது.
you.
It was casual and it was really, and the observations ரொம்ப நல்லா இருந்தது. It was very
Thank you.
close to heart, and definitely this Bala and your effort have to be definitely appreciated, because எல்லாருமே அந்த இன்ஜினியரிங் ஒரு டஃபா பார்க்காம, சயின்ஸை ஒரு டஃபா பார்க்காம, it is next to your door, it is very close to you, it is always available with you, and it is very normal. நீங்க அழகா எடுத்துக்கலாம் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி இந்த லெக்சரை கொண்டு வந்தது ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கு. And I wish both of you for giving such a good lecture and for arranging a lecture. And nice, Anu. Keep,
Thank you that you came for this. I'm really honored, Jayanti ma'am. I'm really honored.
Yeah, nice, Anu. Always you are very special. Very
Thank
good.
you. Thank you.
Very good, ma. Very good, ma. Thanks, Bala.
தேங்க்யூ மேம். மேம், இந்த சீரீஸ்ல அடுத்த மந்த் கோகுல் சொன்ன மாதிரி அடுத்த மாசத்துக்கு ஒரு தேதியே நீங்க ரிசர்வ் பண்ணி சொல்லிடணும் மேடம்.
Okay. In the month of August, I'll present, pa.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, ma. Thanks, Gokul, for the wonderful feedback. It was really nice.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. It's been a long time. We are hearing your voice.
Gokul. Yeah, Gokul. Very nice. Seeing you all emerging as a very good technocrats and leaders. Really, I'm so proud to have you all, my younger brothers. Very nice.
Thank
Very
you, ma'am.
nice.
Thank you so
ma.
much.
All the best. Thank you.
Thank you. So if at least one question is there, so we can close the session with a thanking note. So anyone would be interested in asking such question. முக்கியமா குட்டி ஸ்டோரி இருந்துச்சு. குட்டி ஸ்டோரி வந்து இப்போ வந்து ஹாட் நியூஸா இருக்கு. அது குட்டி ஸ்டோரி பத்தி கொஞ்சம் சொன்னா நல்லா இருக்கும். Anyone? நம்ம குருவே இருக்காரு. குரு சொல்லுங்க. Okay, so if there is no questions, we can go ahead and have our thanking message. So I'm very thankful, ma'am. So because engineering வந்து நம்ம பார்த்த பார்வை வந்து இன்ஜினியரிங்ல வந்து நம்ம வந்து டீபக்கிங், ஃபீட்பேக் இப்படின்னு சொல்லி நம்ம பேசிட்டு இருந்தோம். ஆனா ஒரு மூளையோட ஒரு வளர்ச்சியை பத்தி நம்ம குழந்தையா இருந்தப்போ எவ்வளவு சந்தோஷமா மகிழ்ச்சியா சுத்திட்டு இருந்தோமோ, அது வளர்ந்த பின்பு அது இல்லாம போயிடுச்சோ அப்படின்றதுல ஒரு தாட் ப்ராசஸ் இருந்துட்டே தான் இருக்கு. ஸோ தெர் இஸ் a special study which talks about NLP. So NLP is about neuro linguistic programming. So as you said, neuroplasticity. So இந்த நியூரோபிளாஸ்டிசிட்டின்றது இவர்கள் இப்படித்தான், அவங்கன்னா அப்படிதாங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ஒரு சார்ட் ஆஃப் ஒரு ரிஜிடிட்டியை வச்சிடறோம். அந்த ரிஜிடிட்டி இருக்கக்கூடாது, ஃபிளெக்சிபிலிட்டி வச்சுட்டு நம்ம எப்போதுமே மாற்றத்திற்குரிய ஒரு விடயங்கள் எடுத்துக்கணும். அதுல முக்கியமான ஒரு விடயமா நம்ம வந்து நல்ல விஷயங்களை எடுத்துக்கிறதுக்கான ஒரு தன்மையை வச்சிருக்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொன்ன விஷயம் ரொம்ப சூப்பர். ஸோ இன்ஜினியரிங்ல நம்ம வந்து எல்லாத்துக்கும் ரூட் காஸ் அனாலிசிஸ் பார்க்குறோம். ஆனா நான் ஏன் இப்படி மாறக்கூடாதுன்ற சிந்தனையை நம்ம விதைக்கிறது இல்லை. ஸோ அந்த கண்டினியூட்டி அண்ட் கன்சிஸ்டன்சி ஃபார் ரிசலன்சி அப்படின்ற ஒரு வார்த்தையை கொண்டு வந்தது மிக மிக சூப்பரானது. டு ஸ்டார்ட் ஆஃப் வித் இந்த செஷன் வந்து இட் இஸ் எ சீரீஸ் செஷன் வேர் we would be having such talks over a period of time. We welcome all the participants to be the part of it, and I request the special request from all the people to be the part of it, so that can just nourish the momentum. So today we had around 9 people at the start, and we could see that it has exponentially grown to 16 to 18 people, and we also see some people watching the YouTube also. So that's a good sign. We also today we have started up with Instagram and other Facebook links, so that you can also follow it, and we will be posting such things, and we are planning to have a minimal of 4 sessions per month and 16 sessions up to 16 sessions with all the disciplines. So we would be coming up with more sessions. Thanking once again, I'm thanking the guest for a wonderful thought process, a thought-provoking weekend, and happy weekend to everyone. So thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
சார் பாஸ்கர் சார், நீங்க வந்து கரெக்டா அதுக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி நீங்க வந்துடுறீங்க உங்களோட செஷனை.
தேங்க்யூ சார், தேங்க்யூ சார்.
அதுதான் சார். தேங்க்யூ சார்.
Thank you, sir.
தேங்க்யூ.